Hey everyone, how's it going? Octopus here. Welcome back to 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross. I'm going to show you how I'm going to get 160,000 plus CC on my free-to-play account. The game's been out about for 2 months, a little bit over 2 months. So this is how long it's taken for me to get 160,000 CC. So if you're new to the game and you're coming in, it does take quite a while. Now that the game's a little bit more progressed and we're getting better rewards and there's more events going on, this might not take as long. So it might be like a month and a half before you get that much CC. But kind of keep that in mind that it does take a while to get this. It's not just like, oh, I play the game for a couple of weeks and I'm good to go, depending if you put money in the game or not. But if you're taking the free-to-play route, then yeah, this takes a while. I'm going to be going to the step-by-step, starting with my characters, combining the characters, equipment, all that good stuff, and I have a bunch of anvils and awakening stones I'm going to do all during this video to see how far I can get. Currently, my last video was about 3 weeks ago. I was at 146,000 CC. That was 3 weeks ago, so this is the update video to see where I am now. So let's start off with the actual team I'm currently running. This is going to be the bare bones of the team. There's no associates, there's no gear on this team. It's only the characters at level 75 and the cosmetics. So step 1 is making characters level 75 and 6-starring them. Once your characters are 6-star and level 75, you should really focus on trying to get their cosmetics. I did go out, right now, a lot of Escanor's UR equipment and other characters' equipment just kind of went on sale for 30 gems a piece, and I went in the shop and I bought them for 30 gems a piece. So as you can see, the Sunshine one, or the Sun God one, I have equipped here, and the Black Flame Battle uniform I got as well. As for the URs, just evolving him, the SSRs when you first unlock the character. Same thing for all the other weapons. There was a chance to get Rita over here, the Black Flag one, and the Sun God one. So equipment wise, cosmetics, if you guys care about your characters, make sure to get at least 5 pieces, and majority of them being UR. If they're limited time, go for the limited time ones. That's the best way to go for it. Some characters have more URs than others. That's just like if you want the cosmetics to be really cool, look better than other ones, then you kind of wait for the future cosmetics, but you don't know how long that's going to be. So I like to grab the 5 pieces right away and throw it on, and I'm good to go, and I don't have to worry about gems anymore unless I want to spice up my husbandos and waifus. But all 3 of my characters here have a decent amount of cosmetics. So level 75, 6-star awakening all the way, and the cosmetics are being purchased for the characters I care about and I know I'm going to keep using. So you can hold up to 5 cosmetics on a character. So right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That is how much defense I'm getting from all of them, crit resist and everything. Same thing for the weapon. This is my Gother's weapons right now. I only have 3, which gives me an extra 480 attack, crit damage, and crit chance. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of head pieces, which gives me an extra 6,000 HP. So just the characters, level 75, all 6-star, no associates, no gear, nothing on them. I have a combat class of 92,195. And just to prove it to you, there's no gear on these guys, just in case you guys don't believe me. Escanor, no gear, and everyone else you can see is holding the gear for me right now. None of them have it. That's it. Just the characters that I have my sets, so I can show you guys this. So 92,195 if you get to characters level 75, 6-star, and buy some cosmetics for them. Alright, so next step, now that I got my characters level 75, 6-star, we're going to get associates. So second part is, honestly, it is not an order of what you guys should be doing. This is just me showing you the advancement of how it keeps going from there. Honestly, you should be working on your equipment and upgrading your associates and their equipment. But I'm just going to show you, as I keep adding on, how much the CC is going to go up. So for Escanor, I'm using green Gother. So this is an SR Gother. I'm going to be using him because I maxed him out for his ult, which just gives me an extra 10%. So I'm going to set that on Escanor, jumping up to 6,220. If you guys don't know what I mean, it's easier to upgrade SR characters when you level them up. So if you want to get to level 75, it only costs SR pendants. And I will be doing that to get my CCS up. But since you pull so many gold dupe characters, for associates, it's better to carry the gold characters on them because you can 6 out of 6 them, where SSR pendants are hard, not pendants, but coins are hard to come by. So it's like saying you're going to have 6 out of 6 Escanor and 6 out of 6 Gother and 6 out of 6 King. That's going to raise your CC really high, but your associates are not going to be all 6 out of 6. You know what I mean? It's easier to do the smaller characters, the gold ones, these guys down here, because you can get dupes very easy. So for every character I have here, they're all the gold versions, no SSR versions. So that's going to be green Gother because it's easy to level up. For Gother himself, I'm using red Slater, another SR unit. You can see I have a 10% boost right there. And then for King, I haven't really worked on his, but for now, I kind of just put like a character that I already have 6 stars. or 6 ultimate to give that 10% boost. It doesn't really matter if it doesn't match him. It still gives him a big increase. And then for Hauser, I got my level 75 Green Gil Thunder fully maxed out as well too. So eventually all my other characters over here are going to look like Gil Thunder, level 75. So I'm going to get your associates, which is going to be Deanne over here to 75. Slater, I'm going to make him level 75. And Gulther, I'm going to make him level 75 as well too. Just for now though, we went from 92,400 something to 100,452. So just by equipping my associates who don't have any gear, this is a gearless team, 100,000 CC. So that's my second step right now. So to give you kind of an idea from leveling my character from 70 to 75, right now 100,452, I'm going to grab Gulther over here and make him level 75. So I'm making my Gulther level 75 from 70, gave me an extra like 67. I went from 452 to 519. That's 67 extra CC. So if I do that for this character, max them out, that'll bring me up about maybe 100, 200 altogether. So nothing too crazy, but it is there. And also, it's not really too much about the CC, but more about increasing my character's strength. All right, so that's that step. Again, all my associates, because the main character has gear, like cosmetics, so does the associate Gulther has cosmetics. Slater has some cosmetics from PvP. Arthur has cosmetics because my main Arthur has cosmetics. And Gil Thunder, I worked on my Gil Thunder. So everything here has good amount of cosmetics. So if you look at my Gil Thunder, you go to the closet, he's actually worked on as well too. 2 URs. I got to level up the other Gil Thunder to make them 4 UR, so he's going to get stronger. But I have 3 UR weapons, and I've got 1 UR headpiece here. So yes, even my associates have cosmetics. It's not huge gains, but it does make a little bit of difference. Just like making 70 to 75, it gave me about 50 something. You do that for every cosmetic, you get about like 400 extra altogether. It depends how much you do. So next step is equipment. We're going to jump into equipment now. I'm going to start equipping my main characters with gear and not my associates. So let's start off with the Escanor. So after putting gear on all my characters, what I currently have, I'm at 155,000. No gear on the associates. I got to put gear on the associates, and this is the part of the video where I'm going to talk about what I'm going to reroll, what I'm increasing, and what I currently have, so you guys can understand my setups. Now, every character here you see, Escanor, attack defense, 4 attack pieces, 2 defense. Gulther, attack defense. He's got 4 attack, 2 defense. King, because there's an Escanor rampage going on right now. King's targeted very, very fast and very quickly. He's running an HP setup and defense. So that's 4 pieces of HP and 2 defense pieces. And Hauser's in the back for his 8% boost. So Escanor does more damage. So I one-shot their King right away, or at least beat up a King or another character. He's back here with an attack defense, so when he comes out, he actually does damage, and he's got a little bit of a pierce rate, but I'm going to get rid of that soon, or I might keep it. I'm not sure yet. So let's jump into the gear, and let me show you guys what I'm running and what I've been working towards. So when it comes to gear, gear runs flat stats of what it is. So your top row is an attack setup, no matter what the symbol says. So I'm rolling attack. So I got the highest attack possible. If you guys don't like this on your rare gear or below, you can re-roll it for gold. These ones cost diamonds, and there's nothing you can do about that. So make sure when you do get an SSR, get it about 80% or to max, and that's pretty much comfortable. If you want to go perfect, that's up to you guys how much you want to keep rolling. If you haven't got the blue awakening stones, then you might as well keep going that route of keep farming until you find the perfect piece and then upgrade it. Don't be impatient and end up with a roll like that, because there's a lot of gear out there that can be very close to perfect, and that does make a little bit of a difference. Not too much to scratch your head around. 80% or higher, even 75%, you know, it's kind of pushing it, but it's still manageable. So top row is attack, because all the stats are attack. You roll the attack percentage because the main bracer is made for attack, where the second row, these 2 pieces here, are defense. So when you roll your stats, you're going to roll defense stats. And the bottom roll is HP. You can see these pieces have HP, so you roll for HP stats. So that's what my sets are for 3 characters. I have 4 attack pieces and 2 defense. You guys can see 20% boost. And because I have 4 pieces with a sword on it, I get attack plus 20%. It does not matter where these pieces go. So I'm going to do fix up a couple of my characters. Left side SSR right away. Right side was rare gear, but that rare gear is now going to my associates, and that's why I want to clean up my main team first to get my CC higher. So right now, attack point 9.5. Right side attack point 10.9. As for my necklace, 8.7 defense, and my rare necklace over here has 12.3. My left side over here has 12.2% for HP, and right side's 9.4. Now that is my best equipment that I have. As I go through the other characters, it's kind of the same idea, just not as good. So you can see there's actually that belongs to Hauser. That's Hauser's set. Let me just exchange that really quickly. So for this, we got 8.7, right side 9.7. Left side over here, I got to work on that. Right side over here is at 12.9. Bottom left for HP, 10.9. Right side is a rare piece of gear at 14.4%. And then Hauser is sitting at kind of the same idea. So I just want to show you every single one. It's just kind of repetitive. 7.8 with 10% pierce rate because Hauser benefits on pierce rate. 9.7 over there for attack. Defense is only 1.8. Right side's got 12 because it's a rare piece, easier to roll. Third, 9.3 for HP over here, and right side is HP plus 13.6. Now, all my gear before this was left side I worked on first, made it 5-star plus 5, and the right side I had rare gear on every single one of these characters. Just recently, after over 2 months of the game being out, I'm finally make my whole character SSR. And King's is the worst set, I think. I got to fix his a lot because I wasn't really working on HP defense too much. Top left bracer, you can see, does not have perfect attack. Right side has a 12.4, but it's a rare piece. Left side over here, defense 3.3. Right side's got a rare piece. Left side's got 11.6. I got super lucky a couple days ago on stream, where I do streams over at Twitch. If you guys want to catch me live, there's a link in the description. And then the right side over here, I got a reroll for a little bit more HP. So you guys can see I have to work on my characters. So what I'm going to do is I do have a pair of ring over here that needs to be rerolled to attack. And I'm going to switch this up to put it to perfect stats over here. Reroll the stats up here to get more attack, and that's going to increase my CC. So that's step number 1. Step number 2, I'm going to reroll this to get more HP over here. And then I'm going to go the same thing with my other characters as well. So if we go to Gother, Gother has this piece down here that can be replaced, but it's oh so close. So you see how this is a rare piece of gear? It's not an SSR, but it's 5-star plus 5, but it has a 14.4% roll. My HP currently is 91,108, where this has a 7.7%, and it's got more defense. I'm sorry, HP. It's got 3,493 more. You can see 6,000 versus 2,000. But if I equip this, watch my HP down here. Oops. 91,108. If I put this better piece of gear on, I go to 90,000, not 91,000. And that's because the percentage is half of what that rare piece was. So because there is a big difference in the main stat, you think it would be better, but it's not. The rare piece is actually better for me to have because I have more defense off that, and I'll have more CC because of that. So I want to work on these pieces that are just sitting here that are almost perfect. I'm going to reroll those stats as well too. So that's what I'm going to be doing right now. That's another piece I got to work on. As for the defense piece, I'm not going to really use anvils on this or try to make my piece plus 5. I'm going to show you guys what that next step is afterwards. So that's that one. And the next one is, who is it? King, Gother, and then Hauser. So then Hauser, again, I need another one of these pieces that are completely bad. There's no defense at all. So maybe rolling these 2 pieces right now for Hauser, and then I'm going to work on the next step. So let me re-roll, and I'll be right back. Actually, before we jump into that, my current CC with this whole setup, like this, 155. This is what the association gear. That's what you guys got to look at. I'm going to re-roll those stats. I'm going to come back into this and see what it is. So the first thing I'm going to work on is the HP setups because that's the most important, increases the CC the most. So I'm going to work on these. I'm going to come back when we have good rolls. So I'm going to get rid of the lifesteal first and then work on that small one. Anything besides 2%, I'm going to keep it. So 1.8, 1.7, but 2% is the nice place that you don't have to re-roll it and just carry on. As long as you get close to 9.5, 9 to 10%, you're fine. You don't have to get more than that. Just go to the next piece that needs work on. Also, if you didn't know, there's an auto reroll feature, so you don't have to sit here and watch this. I just drop it down to like 1%, put an HP, make sure it's on anvils. What you want to do if you're trying to go for a certain amount, go there. But I'm going to be watching it at the same time. Just in case something does roll, I'll just keep it just in case. So just push repeat. I'm going to sit back and relax. I have 233 hammers. First roll? Nope. I'll be back. So I decided to leave the HP orbs alone, came to my king to finish off his last roll, and I got almost a perfect attack bracer off him. A 12.5 SSR plus 5, 5-star. So that bumped him up to 9,196. Attack naturally without anything else. So that is looking really good for King. King is pretty much done. Defense I'm not really worried about right now because it's a less CC gain. After that, I will be using it to re-roll my defense so my guys don't get one-shotted. But we're looking really good right now off this King. So King's done. Whoo, getting really lucky here, man. I just re-rolled one time on that orb and I got a 2.5, putting this orb at a 9.2. So let's see if that's enough to increase. So HP 91,108. Equip it. 91,485. So we got 1 orb increase. Now let's go work on Housers. This is the last one. And I think I got everyone pretty much done for my main character except for defense. So orb. This is my last 5-star orb. I got to roll something really good over here. So that's my lowest one. We're going to start with a 1.2 and cross our fingers from there. I'll let these roll with you because these are the last ones. I can go pick up maybe 2 more anvils. Or just get really lucky. Or just get really, really lucky. Okay, 1.6. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm not going to be greedy. That's good enough for me. That puts it exactly at 9%. 93,662. 93,705. There we go. We got 5 pieces of SSR gear on our heroes. This I'll work on later. Now I'm going to work on associates. But before we do that, our CC went to 157,000 without gear on the associates so far. Oh my god. So for my previous CC when we first started till now, that's an increase of 1,173. Math is probably off, but a little over 1,100. That is a pretty good increase just for re-rolling just this little percentages. And this is going to grow even more because that 10% stacks with how much strength my hero has. So once my associates give my hero more strength, they're going to be even more multiplied from that piece of gear. So 157, let's go get gear on our associates, starting off with Gother over here. So right now my Escanor has 11,365. Let's give Escanor the best set that we can for attack and everything. Alright, so here's an example of why left side should always be SSR, even if you don't roll good stats on them. So currently, I have a rare piece of gear on the top left that has attack plus 12.2%. Full gear set over here for attack, right? 7,752. But I got this plus 4 5-star bracer who has no attack percentage. Watch the attack. 7,752. Equip this non-percentage bracer. 8,087. And that's why you don't have to worry about the rolls over here. Just get it to 5-star plus 5. And that's fine to start off with. Even your main gear should start off like that. So that's really, really important. But now that Gother has an attack setup, nothing too crazy. Just the best of what I got from my leftovers from my main team. This is what my CC went up to. From 1,000... what was it? 57? We got an extra 995 CC. Okay, so I just had to look back and forth with my characters because I kind of have it lined up. If you've noticed, my associates and my main characters, their gear is the same except for the rare and SSR. And that's because they're holding the SSRs of the future characters. So you can see I have 1, 2, 3 attack, and then I have defense, attack, defense. And that's currently Gother setup. 1, 2, 3... Hauser setup. 1, 2, 3 attack, defense, attack, defense. You can see the ring is defense and the orb is defense. The ring is defense and the orb is defense. So this is the future earrings for my Hauser. You can see that this currently is an R version. So that's what I do when I keep the separate gear on the side. With every association fully geared out, you're going to see I have 8 pieces of gear minus the crit damage one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus the character that I'm on right now. Everybody has gear on. That brings my CC up to a total of 160,000 without working on the left side yet. So we're not even done yet. This is just what I currently have just using anvils to re-roll. I have a bunch of awakening stones to now work on my associates gears to make this go a little bit more above and beyond. So we're at 160 with everything I just showed you. So what am I going to do? I'm going to make everything on the left side of my association characters, not the main characters, the association ones, the SSR equipment to 5-star plus 5. So I'm going to start with the HP gear, then work on the attack gear, and leave the defense for last. But in this case, I can only do about 3 pieces. So I'm going to work on this one for my kink. You can see that my Gother over here, my association Gother, already has 5-star plus 5. Almost. It has to be plus 5, but they have 5-star, so I have to work on those 2 pieces. But I got to work on Slater's HP and attack, and I got to work on this HP and attack for my main 3 characters in the front line. So I'm going to do that. HP first because it gives the most CC, then the attack bracers. So here's a little trick what I like to do to save gold. You can see right now that I hit 90%, 95% on my re-rolling on my 4-star. So what I like to do is actually carry this over from one piece to another. So I could use that to get this to to +1, +2, +3. But there, if I enhance it, there's a 20% chance of this becoming the next level, where if a 5-star piece won't do that. So right now, my Gother is holding a 5-star piece that is not fully +5. Is my Gother, is it my Hauser? My Association Gother. So my Association Gother has a +4 piece here. If I were to try to increase this piece, it would cost me 45,000 gold with only 10%. But I can use that gauge I just built up from leveling up a smaller equipment that costs cheaper to guarantee to make this +5 without a bunch of failed attempts. So less stones, less gold, and everything. So you save a bunch of resources by doing that. Now that that's back, this is fully maxed out, I'm now going to work on my belt. My belt, again, 10% chance at 39,000 a roll versus what I was just working on, which was not you, it was you, Arthur, versus this, 31,000 at 20%. So now I come back here, make sure that's off, and keep +5 in it. That way it doesn't cost me as much gold and as much resources, because this only costs 31,000 per reroll versus 45,000. So that's a little tip to help you guys save gold. Alright, so I'm finally done re-rolling. With all the awakening stones I had, I was able to upgrade 2 and 1 to 5 stars. So I did all belts first because it's HP. HP gives the biggest gain in CC. And then I went to go work on an attack bracer. So if you look at my associates, Arthur over here, left side, 5-star, 4-star. As for the other ones, Slater, I worked on a 5-star HP bracelet. Gother, 5-star HP bracelet. I gave my Guild Thunder a 5-star rare and a 5-star rare for the bracer and the belt. That's because I didn't have enough awakening stones, but I had these rare pieces here. And then for Gother, Gother's got the 5-star attack. So not everything is fully 5-star on the attack and the bracers. You can see that this is missing a 5-star and he's missing a 5-star. But we went from, how much was it? Let me double check my last video. I believe it was like it's not going to increase much. 160,274 to 160,928. So we almost got 1,000 off of that, and that is a lot of resources. That was like 40 something awakening stones. So I fully maxed out 2 SSR equipments, and then 2 more rare equipments went there to do that, and it didn't increase much. So associations are usually the last thing I work on, their gear and everything. The main stuff I showed you guys were the biggest gains, and that was the smallest gains. So this is the next day. I didn't have enough time to put this whole video together, edit it, take all the parts that were just kind of dead space or wasn't necessary. What I did here was I changed my Merlin for my Hauser, and the reason I did this is because Merlin also really works with this team really well to rush ult on Escanor or on King or on Gother. But the main thing I want to show you is that I jumped up to 161,572. The gear has not changed. The gear is exactly the same. What difference is that these 2 swords right here on the character association. So what that is that this character has the perfect association. It gives an extra 1,000 combat class. So the more characters you have like that on each one, that would give me another 3,000 if I was using, let's say, Merlin over here, for example. If Merlin had a 6 out of 6 ult, she would be over here, give me another plus 1,000 and way more CC on top of that. Same thing with Gother. If I wasn't using King and King was a little bit more maxed out, he would do really well. But you can see the 2 out of 6 King is still not better than that Slater. And then, of course, King himself needs DN, but my DNs are not worked on. It would lower my stats way too much just to get that plus 1,000. But in this case, this Arthur is an SR Arthur, so he is 6 out of 6. And that way, it also gives me combat class plus 1,000. So that's another way to increase your CC, is having more characters with those 2 swords on there. But for now, 161,572, I am more than enough content with. Now I just got to save my gems for more cosmetics and maxing out these ults. So now I got to balance cosmetics versus pulling more for more plat coin dupes. So when the characters show up in the shop, like right now, Blue King was in the shop, I bought his ult right away. That's the wrong one. That's where you get cosmetics. So I'm gonna max out King, Gother, stuff like that. You can see I have purchased this one for 5 plat coins, and Arthur, I purchased his as well. So I'm waiting until they go on sale. So I'm gonna take that slow row game where I slowly increase my characters from now on. Now this point it's just like really small pushes as we go. So that's my non-geared PvP team, 100,871, and this is my geared team, 161,572. I am more than content with this. So, if you guys did learn anything, if you did enjoy the video, don't forget to hit the like button. Good luck with all the grinding. It is huge. It takes a long time, depending when you play the game, depending how old this video is. It might be easier, but right now, that's how long it took me to get to 161,572. And I did save a lot of this stuff just to make this video, so I probably could have done this like a week ago or maybe 2 weeks ago. I would say a week. 2 weeks is pushing it. But again, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Keep on smiling, and I'll smell you later.